Welcome to Visions of Our People, where we feature brothers and sisters who have followed their vision to build businesses, institutions, or services that serve, profit, and uplift our community. Listen as we share the ideas, experiences, and skills that help to shape their unique stories of commitment, perseverance, and triumph. Be inspired and catch your vision on Visions of Our People. Now, here's our host.
Pamoja Tutashinda, brothers and sisters, together we will win. This is Kafing Mwafrika Moore, your host and producer of Visions of Our People. And today we're sharing the vision of Brother Ellery Tacuma Hill. For over 50 years, Brother Tacuma has served the West End community in Atlanta, Georgia in multiple ways. Voter registration, chairing the NPU, and is that the neighborhood planning unit, my brother? Is that what that is?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And he's also led the Atlanta Black Slate operations, chairing statewide youth programs, serving on the Georgia Child Care Council and the Georgia Lottery Pre-K Advisory Board, serving as campaign manager, as well as providing a place of employment for brothers and sisters from the Shrine of the Black Madonna in their time of need. Through his experience and expertise, he is building bridges between the Pan-African Orthodox Christian Church and the communities, and he's been called to serve. Brother Tacuma says, each time a man stands up for an ideal or acts to improve the lot of others or strikes out against injustice, he sends forth a tiny ripple of hope. And Brother Ellery Tacuma Hill is a founding member of the Shrine of the Black Madonna, number 9, and he sent forward his ripples of hope, shaping history and making a lasting impact on those around him. Welcome, my brother, to Visions of Our People.
It's great to be on with you, my brother Kafing. Say love you bunch.
Sure. Likewise, my brother. So let's start by having you tell us about yourself, my brother, and how you got involved in the Black Slate.
Basically, my involvement with the Black Slate started upon my membership the Black Madonna when I joined in Detroit. And being an active member in Detroit, that was part of our dedication and duty is to be politically active. So I started there. And then when we sent our expansion cadre down to Atlanta, Georgia in 1975, I continued to work with the Black Slate and became basically a field coordinator, taking care of all of the street efforts and things like that, interviewing along with a few other members of the Black Slate, different candidates for office from just about every black elected official in Atlanta, Georgia, from the late 70s to the mid 80s. We've had some type of form of relationship or conversation with.
What is the Black Slate and what is its purpose?
Purpose of the Black Slate is to work on getting candidates that are pledged to serve the interests of the black community in the inner cities. We've worked on a number of issues, not just trying to get people elected, but also issues dealing with housing, gentrification, all the things that negatively impact our communities. We interview candidates when it comes time for election, and depending on their stance, regardless of whether they're black or white or Asian, whatever, we'll make a decision that their thoughts and their efforts are in line with ours in terms of uplifting our inner city neighborhoods. And then we go out and work the streets for them, trying to get them elected, and then supporting them, which is really crucial after being elected. As you know, the white press a lot of times will destroy our black elected officials. So we try to be a mouthpiece in their favor in a different aspect for people to look at and listen to, as opposed to just what you see on TV or hear in the newspaper.
Does the Black Slate recruit these candidates, or do the candidates come to the Black Slate, or both?
It's a combination of both. We try to focus on races that definitely impact our immediate community. Other candidates in surrounding districts have also requested, and depending on the availability of manpower and dollars, we may venture out and do candidates that are outside of our immediate jurisdiction, so to speak, in terms of elected officials, local elected officials. We've also been involved in the past with the governor's races and some of the state elected main races for state constitutional office.
For brothers and sisters in the community listening, why do we need the Black Slate?
We need a Black Slate. We need someone or a group that can speak up and not be afraid of any type of backlash from the news media or from other sources, business, white business community, whatever. The Black Slate, we're basically a standalone organization. We don't have any ties to any unions, any government groups, any private corporations. So we're an independent voice, and when we speak, we're speaking solely for what we feel is in the best interest of the people in our communities.
So do you feel that the Black Slate has been successful in achieving its goals, my brother?
Yes, we've been successful from the early 70s all the way up till I would say early 90s. Then we kind of dropped off the screen, got relaxed, and just now started back, really being active in the last mayoral race here in Atlanta. But up until then, we were heavily involved with the elections of all of the black mayors that were elected in the city of Atlanta. Bill Campbell, Shirley Franklin, Kasim Reed, all of them received our support in some form or fashion. And then just local state legislators, Congressman John Lewis, Congressman Hank Johnson, to name a few. So, in those efforts, we lend our support and have been successful. It's a matter of, the battle is never over. So, really can't take no time out. So we're getting off the sidelines again and get back in the streets, because these days and times are just too crucial for us not to be actively involved.
So what is the Black Slate doing today to get candidates in Georgia elected, my brother?
Right now, we're doing what we can in terms of passing out or getting out the word to get behind Stacy Abrams for governor. This is probably one of the most crucial gubernatorial races, not just here in Georgia, but in the country, because it does signal basically a confrontation between the Trumpeteers and those that are, those that are in favor of making sure that the working class, middle class are, treated fairly in the state and this country. So this is a very important election, and so we're going to try to do our part in terms of spread the word to make sure that black people get out, and vote.
What do you think her chances are, my brother?
The latest polls down here showing that she's neck and neck with the Republican candidate. There's a lot of shenanigans, you might say, going on, because her opponent also is the Secretary of State. And many listeners probably know the Secretary of State is basically responsible for making sure elections are done fairly and squarely. Unfortunately, as he's seen Stacy continue to creep up and get closer and closer to the point where she's actually maybe 1 percentage point ahead of him. He's doing all types of things to discourage black voters in particular. He's got 53,000 voter that have registered. Basically, he's got them on hold in terms of what they call an exact match law, which they used in 2016 to stop people from voting. And basically what that is if your state ID is something different than what you write on your voter registration form, they can hold you your ballot up and try to get clarification. Minor things such as if you have a hyphen on your state ID and you fill out a registration form and you don't put the hyphen between your names, that's a red flag for them, and they'll basically table your application. And when you go into to vote, they can not prohibit you from voting, but you would have to vote with what is called a provisional paper ballot and fill that out. And then there are a bunch of little red tape things that you gotta go through. Bring your ID back within a certain number of days to the county office to certify that you are who you say you are. So he's doing those type of things. So it's 53,000 voters that are mostly black and minority that are in that situation as we speak.
That sounds like the old how many bubbles are in a bar of soap. Okie doke.
Yeah.
So how can brothers and sisters who are interested get involved in the Black Slate?
They can get involved if you're in Atlanta by contacting myself. My number is 404-456-4186. Or whether you're outside or inside Atlanta, you can go to our Facebook page, Black Slate ATL, and you can contact us via that way. And then also on our website, blackslateatl.org, and we'll respond back with any concerns that anyone has. But you can definitely support us through getting in touch with us through those vehicles.
Okay, are there any requirements to work on the Black Slate?
No, just be full of energy.
Brothers and sisters, you have been listening to Brother Ellery Tacuma Hill, who leads the Atlanta, Georgia Black Slate Incorporated operations. For more information about the Atlanta Black Slate Incorporated, you can visit the website at www.blackslateatl.org or on Facebook at Black Slate ATL, or call Brother Tacuma at 404-456-4186. You can catch visions of our people on YouTube at K-Fink More or on Facebook at Promote the Vision. And you can support our podcast on Cash App by sending your donation to $K-Fink More. Join us again for more visions of our people.
Thank you for joining us for Visions of Our People. We hope that our stories of commitment, perseverance, and triumph have inspired you to follow your vision of creating businesses, institutions, and services that uplift our brothers and sisters, serve our community, and make us the great people that our Creator made us to be. We wish you peace and blessings, and we invite you to join us again for Visions of Our People.